that was signed yesterday by the president. Matt McGarry is with ABC News in Beirut. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, McGraw and Kelly. As you hear there, Iraqi leaders are very happy with the new permutation of the Trump travel ban. Iraqi leaders are praising the Trump administration's decision to drop Iraq from a list of Muslim-majority countries whose citizens will be temporarily banned from entering the U.S. Now, Iraq is calling the move an acknowledgement of their nation's unique role as an ally in the struggle against global terrorism, not least of which includes what the Iraqis themselves are calling a significant presence of U.S. troops on Iraqi soil, helping them in the fight against ISIS that's going on right now in their city of Mosul.
Yeah, why was Iraq such a bad player 3 weeks ago and now not so 3 weeks later?
That's a very good question. I think that's a question the Iraqis were asking themselves when the initial travel ban came in. The Iraqis, of course, one of the 7 countries on that list, were outraged and shocked. And a spokesman for the Iraqi Prime Minister, Haider al-Abadi, said that after that, Mr. Trump and the Iraqi leader did have a telephone discussion about the ban, in which, according to the Iraqis, the U.S. president then promised to review Iraq's status. And the decision now to drop Iraq from that ban, according to the Iraqis, shows an appreciation for the partnership that Iraq and the U.S. are engaging in their fight against terrorism.
How much of this, Matt McGarry, is new, and how much of this is just sort of continuing with a whole lot of smoke where there's not a lot of fire?
Well, the new travel ban does have some changes in it. Now, it depends on who you talk to whether or not this is a good thing or a bad thing. Of course, the White House would put forward that they're trying to protect American people from terrorist attacks. Critics of these bans say that no one from any of these countries has ever entered America and then carried out major terrorist attacks. But essentially, what was the big sticking point of the first ban that was brought in just a week into the new administration back in January was the mass confusion. It was really left open-ended, and it kind of implied that anybody would be banned from any of these countries. That would include people with green card and residency status in the U.S., protected by the Constitution. That would include people who had already been given visas to come visit America, who then spent a lot of money, came on flights, traveled to America, and then were not let in. So there was a lot of pushback on the first ban. This one does make changes to stipulate that people with visas will be allowed in, and it really only applies against people who will be applying for new visas to visit or resettle in the U.S.
Matt, we often hear about merit-based immigration, and which I guess quickly means if you have a job, if you're a computer programmer, if you're a skill that is needed, that's merit-based, and those people will be allowed in, whereas others will not. Did that change at all with this?
No, that is not changing at all with this. This is simply reworking the ban against what people are calling the Muslim-majority nations. There were 7 before. Now Iraq has been dropped off, so there are 6. It's covering Iran, Sudan, Yemen, Somalia, Syria, and Libya. Other than that, it's not affecting U.S. immigration policy.
What happens after 90 days?
Well, I guess that's up to Donald Trump to decide. At this point, the administration says it is just a temporary ban, but we'll have to wait and see whether they try and extend it or make it permanent.
Matt McGarry, ABC News correspondent, live in Beirut from that point of view. Matt, thanks for checking in. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too.
You got it. John Beal Roofing, ladies and gentlemen, fully licensed and insured.